Let's see, dude. Am I live? Is everything working? Maybe. Maybe we'll find out. I can see I'm connected to my headphones. Let's undo that. Okay. Good morning. Getting the boring stuff done early. Getting the tedious stuff done early. Got up a little earlier than I expected, so I just decided to start the stream 20 minutes early. Be done 20 minutes earlier. Because let's face it, learning acronyms is not the most fun thing to do, and especially on a beautiful Sunday morning. Woke up, let the dog out. It's actually cold out there this morning. It was chilly. And my allergies are on fire this morning. Went disc golfing yesterday, and hiking through the woods. My right eye is watering like a water fountain, because that's a thing, and my nose is about 90% stuffed. But it's not going to stop me from probably going back out today. So, who needs to breathe or see? Not me. Which, my right eye is getting better. When I woke up this morning, my right eye was completely blurred. Now we're good. And now we're back to normal. Alright. If you're new here, consider subscribing, like the video, share with anybody else that you know that might like this type of thing, or studying for certs, or studying for the Net Plus. It helps me out a ton. There's a link in the description if you want to send a couple shekels my way to help support the channel. I got like a tip jar through Streamlabs. Anything donated goes directly to helping me grow the channel. So it's not going to buy my tofu later or anything like that. It's going towards the channel. So help me pay for my third monitor. Just kidding. But yeah, if you could at least put a thumbs up and on the video, that would be awesome. That would make my day. Where did we leave off? We left off with F, File Transfer Protocol. Hold on here, we gotta. So what I've been doing is let me turn on my other monitor here. Oh, that is bright. I'll do the first slide on screen, and then do the rest of them off screen, just so you can see what I do. And if you don't know, Anki is a slide like a study tool. You can make these like flashcards with it, and they'll give you you can set up like how many cards you get per day, and basically as you progress through your deck, the easier ones you see less and less, and the harder ones you see more and more. Which I have 48 cards so far. I haven't actually started yet. I need to get my acronyms in there, and I need to get Jason Dion's first test in here, and then I'll start utilizing it a lot more. But do the acronyms first, and then I'll start doing some Jason Dion test questions and stuff in there. Then I didn't watch any yesterday because that was bad, but I've been working my way through Professor Messer's videos. I don't think I watched any Friday either. But I'm halfway through his video series. I also have Jason Dion's video series and Andrew Ramdile, his video series through the Jason Dion's and Andrew's is through Udemy, and I used both of them for the A+, and I really enjoy Andrew's content. Jason's a little dry, and Professor Messer's a bit dry, but alright, GDPR, that's the European thing. Why am I full? There we go. So, what I do is I click on my conversation I've been having. I just say, can you give me a question in the style I asked for GDPR, general data protection regulation. It gives me A through D of what GDPR. So gives me the answer, and then a quick little summary of what it is, and it really likes giving me ideas for my channel for some reason. So then I just copy this into here, and then in the back I do the correct answer and the little summary. Click add, and as you see, I now have 49 slides instead of 48. And then I can click on, let's see, what did I click on? Oh, I can click on study now. Will give me a slide. I can click on show answer, and it'll give me what this is a Jason Dion practice test question. So, oops. But yeah, it gives me this I have Jason Dion's explanation, and I have Copilot's explanation. Then I can click again, heart. So let's say I got it wrong, I click again, so I get it within the next minute. Or if I thought, well, that was really easy, I won't see this again for 3 days. It'll be 3 days before this slide is worked back into the stack. And then as I click on the easy, so say 3 days from now, it's really easy again. I may not see it for 7 days, and then 2 weeks and a month and stuff like that. So then so then you just get the slides that you need to work. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That you need to work on the most. And then usually closer to exam time, I will just do random slides. So that way, some of the easier ones I haven't seen for a while get worked back in to make sure that they're still easy. So yeah, so that's what I do. I'll just do that off screen, so that way this could be more prominent. I haven't quite figured out the screen sharing thing yet with all these monitors, because to me what I just did I think would be what I have here, but that's not what it did. Alright, good enough. So now we have GRE, generic routing encapsulation. Can I get a question in the style I What if I do? Can I get a question on GRE, generic routing encapsulation? Give it to me. Okay. Oh, I didn't read the. I didn't actually read this. GDPR is actually covered quite a lot in my degree program. So, GDPR. Did I say GDPRE? I don't know. I'm still waking up. Is the European Union's landmark privacy law designed to give individuals greater control over their personal data and hold organizations accountable for how they collect, process, and store it. Key traits applies to any organization handling EU citizens' data, even if the company is outside the EU. Defines personal identification information and mandates its protection, requires explicit consent, data breach notifications, and privacy by design. Grants rights like data access, rectification, erasure, and portability. Non-compliance can lead to fines up to $20 million or 4% of global revenue. Which, stuff like this, I really like what the European Union does, because we don't really have anything like this on the books in the United States. Like, each state might have something, at least a little something, but we don't have any federal laws to protect the people. And this sort of thing I can get behind. Some of the other things the European Union's doing, not so much. Like, there's rumors going around that either they have or they're going to get rid of VPNs because people are using it to get around, like, child age limits and things. Apparently, I don't like that. Just because, a lot of people rely on VPNs. Hopefully there'll be still ways of like getting a VPN. Like, maybe you have to apply for a license or something to. I mean, it'd be stupid, and I wouldn't support it. But VPNs are a very important thing, and just outlawing them is outrageous. Because I guarantee you, what's going to happen is that the politicians, they outlaw the VPNs, and then they realize that all of a sudden they can't, basically they can't work from home because they don't have a secure way of getting into whatever government system they need to get into. So instead of bringing VPNs back, they'll just figure out, non-secure ways of basically making their IT departments put tunnels in that aren't secure, and then when major breaches are happening and all these horrible things are getting leaked to the public, it's not going to be the government officials. It's going to fall strictly on the IT departments that allowed this to happen. Like, they won't take any accountability for it. So that's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I hope maybe the VPN thing. Let's see here. Is the EU planning on banning VPNs? Hopefully, turning up the heat on VPNs. As of 2025, EU lawmakers are increasingly viewing VPN services as a key challenge to law enforcement investigations. A report from the EU high-level group, which there's a certain amount of unencrypted apps and devices as obstacles to accessing data for criminal probes. So either I'm wrong at what I just said, or it's just thought there was something to do with thought it had to do with age restriction, a way to get around it. Okay, so age verification laws and VPN in the EU. In 2025, several EU countries, along with the UK, rolled out strict age verification laws targeting platforms with adult, violent, or otherwise mature content. Blah, blah, blah. This applies to platforms like X, Reddit, Discord, and even search engines. Because these laws are region-specific, VPNs became a go-to workaround. By connecting to servers in countries without mandatory age checks, users can bypass restrictions. Because I think this also ties into why YouTube is doing its thing, where they're supposedly going to start requiring. I think at first they're going to try to do it through algorithmic means to try to determine the age of the user, and then if for some reason it's questionable or doesn't work, then you have to give them like an ID of some sort. And I think that all has to do with the EU mandates. Okay. We are getting sidetracked here, but I really do like this, the GDPR, from how I understand it and what it does. I think the GDPR, unless there's something going on behind the scenes that I'm just unaware of, I think this is what governments should do, not the weird banning VPN BS. But this right here is a great way to protect your constituents without trampling all over their rights. So, not to get too political or anything, but. And if I'm completely wrong, feel free to comment in the comment down below and set me right. But yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of the GDPR. I have to go find my GRE question. All right, GRE stands for Generic Routing Encapsulation. Alright. Generic Routing Encapsulation. GRE is a tunneling protocol developed by Cisco that allows encapsulation of a wide variety of network layer protocols inside a virtual point-to-point links over an IP network. Key traits. Wraps original packets in a GRE header and a new delivery IP header. Enables transport protocols like IPv, like the bad one, over good one, for routing protocols like OSPF and EIGRP. Doesn't encrypt, often paired with IPsec for security tunneling. So that was going to be my next question: is it encrypted? Used to create virtual links between routers across public networks and defined in RFC 2784. So I don't know what RFC. That's probably some sort of just some sort of standard. March of 2000. Authored by engineers from Cisco, Juniper, and Enron. Enron Communications. Is that the same Enron that the what is it, oil? The oil or the energy conglomerates? I didn't know Juniper was that old. I thought Juniper was a relatively newer thing. So yeah, it's a protocol. It looks like. When was Juniper founded? What was the other thing I seen here? Oh, Enron. 1996. Okay. They've been on for 30 years. Alright, and then that's the same. Do you need to get in here? Do you need in here?
Get in here? Oh, the bathroom? No.
Okay.
Well, I guess they should, shouldn't
Here, give me 1 minute. I am All right, back. Sorry about that. You know, just I have a small house, and this room that I'm actually streaming in is connected to the restroom. Like, it's a weird little room, and the bathroom is like behind this curtain that I have hanging up. So you. All right, back. Sorry about that. Sorry. Jeez. That's why I have this weird curtain hanging up, so you can't just like see back in the bathroom. So, people need to use the restroom. I'm not going to be like, no, you gotta wait till I'm done streaming. That'll just be cruel and unusual. So, it's like the weirdest little room, because it's like, it's probably maybe 8 foot by 7 foot, and so it just kind of became a little office. Has the books in it and things and odds and ends, and becomes a collect all every once in a while that I have to go through and clean it out. And all right, we're at GUI, graphical user interface. That's an easy one, right? I should mention too. That. Oh, is it the same Enron that scammed that did the fraud? We were looking into that. It's the same Enron. Okay. Was it Enron? So it was a I can't say that word. Subsidiary focus on broadband and telecom infrastructure, aiming to build nationwide fiber optic networks. And so Enron wasn't Enron Power? What was Enron's main focus? Houston Natural Gas and Internorth. Transporting and delivering natural gas. Okay. So yeah, I thought it was like had to do with like the power sector. Electricity. Okay. Back on track now. I'm just getting all over the place today. We're barely going to get through G. Just kidding. Can I get a question for GUI, graphical user interface? In the context of human-computer interactions, the acronym GUI stands for. Okay, is it just going to go A, B, C, D? Which, that isn't that big of a deal if it does that, because eventually the cards get, because you want to get in the habit of answering the question, not memorizing patterns and things. So once the deck gets shuffled and things, that'll be a lot less important. However, what it does like to do is get stuck on just doing A and B, A and B, A and B, or C and D, C and D, and C and D. So then you have to kind of get it to kind of reset itself a little bit, so that all your answers aren't just B. All right. Everyone knows what a GUI is, so let's go ahead and read this anyway. A graphical user interface is a visual interface that allows users to interact with digital systems using graphical elements like icons, buttons, menus, and windows, point-and-click navigation instead of typed commands. Found in operating systems, Windows, Mac OS, Linux desktops, mobile apps, and web platforms. GUIs replace the steep learning curve behind command line interfaces, making computing more intuitive and accessible. Very good. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, port 80. Get a question for HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Yep, I went A, B, C, and D. Sure did. Alright. Hypertext Transfer Protocol is the backbone of the World Wide Web, a stateless application layer protocol that governs how data is exchanged between a client, like your browser, and a server. Key traits: uses request-response cycles, get, post, put, delete. Transfers HTML, images, videos, and other resources. Operates over port 80 unencrypted or port 443 when secured via HTTPS. So that's Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, which is going to be the next slide. It's getting a little ahead of itself here. First introduced in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN. Evolved through versions. So, Apollo. He's over here licking the floor like a Momo. Can I get a question for HTTPS? I just scared him. Scaredy dog. Hey, we circled all the way through A again. HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP and hands with transport layer security encryption. TLS, what are you doing? TLS, not to be confused with TMI, ensures that data exchange between your browser and the website is encrypted, so eavesdroppers can't read it. Authenticated, so you're talking to the real site, not an imposter. And tamper-proof, so data can't be altered in transit. It gives you that little lock icon in your browser address bar. I don't have the lock. Oh, there we go. I just had to click on it. Essential for banking, shopping, and any site handling sensitive info. So there we go. H's were easy. There's a lot of I's. Okay, infrastructure. Can I get a question for IaaS, infrastructure as a service? The IaaS, the SaaS, and the PaaS, I get kind of confused because there are certain things that each one does, and then there's a certain amount of overlap for some of them. And it will never fail. If there's a question that pops up on the CompTIA, it'll probably be a question involving the overlap. Yeah. And then you're just trying to 50-50 it. So infrastructure as a service. So we got B. I might do. Okay, so IaaS is a cloud computing model that delivers virtualized computing resources. Like servers, storage, and networking over the internet, instead of buying and maintaining a physical hardware, users can spin up virtual machines on demand, scale resources dynamically based on workload, pay only for what they use, and manage infrastructure via web interfaces or APIs. Major providers include AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud platforms, each offering robust IaaS ecosystems. So, can I get a picture of the differences of IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS? See if something comes up here. Just in case something weird happens, let's take this off. There's a whole bunch of. I'm trying to find one from a reputable site that I know is reputable. Here, Red Hat. So this is what I was looking at. And some of these, so the blue ones are the ones where the user manages, the red ones where the service manages. So on site, you manage everything. Infrastructure as a service, the user manages applications, data, runtime, middleware, and operating system, while the service provider handles virtualization, server storage, and networking. But some of these could be either or. Thank you. Coffee.
I asked for a muffin and she goes, what size? I said, a muffin?
People are weird. Alright. I'm going to clippity clip this and put it in the slide. Okay. What else do we have? IAC, infrastructure as code. That's not one I've heard of. In the context of cloud automation and DevOps, the acronym IAC stands for B, infrastructure as code. Was the other one B2? The other one's B2, so we may be stuck on B for a minute. Infrastructure as code is a methodology that lets you define and manage IT infrastructure using machine-readable configuration files, rather than manual setup or GUI-based tools. Key traits: automates provisioning of servers, network storage, and more. Enables version control, repeatability, and scalability. Reduces human error and configuration drift. Common tools: Terraform, Ansible, Pulumi, and CloudFormation. Okay. Alright. I'm going to be right back again. I gotta do one thing. Then I'll make sure we go through the rest of the eyes before this is over. So give me like a couple minutes. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. So we just got done with IAC, infrastructure as code. We'll get through the rest of the I's. We'll go a little long. Can I get a question for IAM, identity, and access management? Hello. Copilot. Prepared and I will be ready shortly. Okay, can I get a question in the style I asked for IAM? What was it? Identity and access management. Here we go. It was just broken. B again. So now that we're on a B kick, I'm going to manually change it. So all I do, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Say I decide I want to make this D. Change these. And then just gotta remember to change the answer to D as well. Click add. Pretty self-explanatory. IAM is the framework that governs who can access what in your cloud or system environment. It handles authentication, verifying user identity, such as passwords or multifunctional MFA, multi-factor authentication. Duh. Brain fart. Authorization granting permission based on roles or policies. User lifecycle management, onboarding, offboarding, and auditing access. Least privilege principle, giving users only the access they need in tools like AWS IAM, Azure AD, and Google Cloud IAM. Let you define granular policies to protect resources and enforce compliance. Oh, my nose is completely stuffed. The mouth breathing even harder than I normally am. Can I get a question in the style I asked for ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol? Boom. Oh, Copilot, you're breaking on me. Let's close this out and go back in it. All right. This Internet Control Message Protocol is a core protocol in the IP suite used for sending error messages and operational information. It's how devices say things like destination unreachable, time exceeded, echo request reply. Used by the ping command. ICMP doesn't carry user data. It's all about network health checks and diagnostics. So now we have ICS. Can I get a question for ICS industrial control system. You are killing me, Copilot. Get a question in the style I asked for ICS industrial control system. Back to B. Always with the B. B, B, B. Refers to systems used to monitor and control industrial processes. These include SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition, DCS, distributed control systems, and PLC, programmable logic controllers. ICS is essential in sectors like energy, water treatment, manufacturing, and transportation, where real-time control and automation are critical. So now we have IDF intermediate distribution frame. Can I get a question in the style I asked for IDF intermediate distribution frame? We're stuck on B. I want to change it to A. I haven't had an A in a long time. An intermediate distribution frame, IDF, is a cable rack that interconnects and manages telecommunication wiring between an organization's main distribution frame, the MDF, and individual devices or workstation. Typically located on each floor of a building, connects to the MDF via backbone cabling, houses switches, patch panels, and other network gear. Critical for organizing, maintaining. So is it just the cabinet that those fit in? IDF intermediate distribution frame. Oh, yeah. What am I looking at? Oh, these are just the things the wires connect into. Okay. Got it. Look at that cable management. This is what behind my desk looks like here. This is what it looks like when I think I'm doing it. Or this is what I think it looks like when I'm doing it, and this is what it really looks like. Alright. IDS, intrusion detection system. I wanted to get one of these to play around with, see what it does. Can I get a question in the style I asked for IDS intrusion detection system? In the realm of, let's see here, B. We're stuck on B. Heck, I'll leave this one B. Ooh, what am I doing? I just need this. So an intrusion detection system monitors network traffic or system activity for signs of malicious behavior or policy violations. Can be network-based or host-based. Alerts administrators to potential threats like unauthorized access or malware. Often used alongside firewalls and SIEM tools Examples: Snort, Suricata, and OSSEC. IDS doesn't block threads; it detects and reports, and it makes a vital part of a layered security. Yeah, I thought it isn't given like a little standalone devices, right? Am I thinking of something else? Detection system. This makes it look like it's like software based. I thought you can buy an actual device like the size of a router that the software runs on. Like is it just software or is there a device or both? So there are dedicated appliances. Oh, my foot is asleep now. Good job. IDS. So Internet of Things, which is basically everything on the face of the planet anymore. A question of the style I asked for Internet of Things. What you doing? Here, you gotta be back here a little bit. You're not on camera if you sit right there. Your nose made it. I'm just gonna keep it B because who cares? Everyone knows what Internet of Things is. That's a gimme slide. That's one of those slides that when it comes up, I'm happy. That's one slide that took mere seconds. Internet of Things is one of those things that my degree also really loved. This, like, along with GDPR. IoT refers to a network of physical devices embedded with sensor software and connectivity that enables them to collect and exchange data. Examples: smart thermostats, wearable fitness trackers, industrial sensors. Enables automation, remote monitoring, and real-time analytics. Common protocols: MQTT, CoAP, and HTTP. Secure is critical due to the vast attack surface. IoT is transferring industries from healthcare to ag by connecting the physical world to the digital. So, IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. In the context of smart factory... Oh, what am I doing? B. I'll just do this one B too, because that one... What am I doing? I need the whole thing. There we go. It doesn't. I'm just getting B's, and if I tell it to make it more random, it does it for like 3 questions, and then it just goes back to whatever it feels like doing. So it's just easier just to deal with it on my end. IIoT extends the principles of IoT into industrial environments, enabling machines, sensors, and control systems to communicate and optimize operations. Used in manufacturing, energy, logistics, and agriculture. Enables predictive maintenance, real-time analytics, and automation. It integrates with SCADA, PLCs, and cloud platforms. Security and reliability are critical due to operational risks. So, pretty self-explanatory. We have Internet Key Exchange, IKE. This is going to be like a PKI sort of a thing. Oh, they gave me an A. I haven't seen an A in a long time. I had to make my own A earlier. Alright. Internet Key Exchange is a protocol used to set up a secure, authenticated communication channel between two parties, typically in IPsec VPNs. Negotiate Security Associations SA, authenticates peers using certificates or pre-shared keys, establishes encryption and hashtag algorithms, operates in two phases, IKE Phase 1 and IKE Phase 2. So once one is secure channel, 2 is data protection. IKE ensures that sensitive data travels securely across untrusted networks. What's the difference between this? What is the difference between IKE and PKI? Great question. They often work together in secure communication. So okay, IKE is the protocol, PKI is the infrastructure. Okay. Can use PKI certificates, pre-shared keys, or raw public keys. This is signed by certificate authorities. Used in VPNs. Okay, makes sense. We have Internet Protocol. Can I get a question in the style I asked for IP Internet Protocol? Come on. Come on. Copilot, you're killing me today. Getting hungry here. Need you just to work so we can get through this, so I can go have a PB&J. Internet Protocol is the fundamental protocol that governs how data is sent and received across networks, responsible for addressing and routing packets, works alongside TCP and the TCP/IP suite. Versions include IPv4 and IPv6. Sorry, it includes the good one with the bad one. Enables communication between devices across the internet. Without IP, devices wouldn't know where to send or receive data. It's the digital addressing system of the internet. Pretty self-explanatory. IPAM, Internet Protocol Address Management. A question in the style I asked for IPAM, Internet Protocol Address Management. Wow, it gave me a C. Alright. This is not one that I am aware of. I don't know if I even heard of IPAM. IPAM is a system that helps organizations plan, track, and manage IP spaces across the networks. Centralizes IP addresses allocation and usage, integrates with DNS and DHCP services, prevents IP conflicts, and improves visibility, essential for managing large-scale networks and cloud environments. Is it like a password manager but for IP addresses? Not far off. So basically, yes, but it has other things that it works on too. IPS, intrusion prevention system, which I think it's the thing that prevents the intrusions from happening for like the thing before the IDS. We'll see if I'm correct. Can I get a question? There's a potty freeze on this one. For IPS intrusion prevention system. Gosh darn it. Okay, can I get a question in the style I asked for IPS intrusion prevention system? Okay, B. Okay, an intrusion prevention system is a network security tool that actively monitors traffic for malicious activity and can block or prevent threats in real time. It works in line to stop attacks before they reach the target, detects patterns like malware, exploits, or unauthorized access, often paired with IDS, intrusion detection system for layered defense. Examples, blah blah blah. Unlike IDS, which only alerts, IPS takes action, making it critical for part of the modern. So it does where in the layer is IPS and IDS. So I feel like IPS would be before IDS. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Would IPS be before IDS? Okay, that's what, yeah. It's just before the IDS and traffic flow. That's what I was trying to get at. Because you want to try to prevent it. Because then you get detect it and then prevent it. No, they're already in. So you want to try to prevent them from being in the first place. So, two more. IPsec and ICE is. Can I get a question in the style asked for IPsec? Internet protocol security. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Just not click on that. Start a. Only got 2 left. Here we go. No. It's not what I want. No, dang it. Can I get a question in the style I asked for IPsec? Internet protocol, can't type. Security? Internet protocol security. No. broken. Nope. The question should be the acronym, and the answer should be A through D with what the acronym stands for. You didn't give me the question. Why do you have to break? Like, I got 2 left. So like a am I just screwed? Alright, well, it's just not wanting to work right now, so I guess we'll just call it here. We'll just have to remember to, I mean, it'll be right there. Maybe if I give it some time, maybe I went through quite a few of them. Maybe it's just kind of like out of memory or out of resources for me for right now. We almost got through all the I's. It's just not cooperating anymore. I mean, I could try finishing it up through ChatGPT real quick. Let's try this real quick, see if I can get it to work in ChatGPT. Guess it would help if I told it how I wanted the questions. Oh, ChatGPT, you're so slow. Okay. That is good, but I also want a brief summary of what it is. Here I can. That is a lot of summary. Alright, so this will get us through, hopefully. I don't want to leave two I's behind. Okay, so IPsec. IPsec is a comprehensive Suite of protocols designed to secure communications at the IP layer by authentically verifying and encrypting each IP packet and exchange between devices. Supports both IPv4 and the bad one networks and is especially prevalent in VPN implementations. Authentication and integrity. So we got the CIA triad going on. Ensures packets are genuinely from the claimed sender and have not been tampered with. Confidentiality protects the contents of the packets from being read by unauthorized entities. I got the hiccups now. Replay protection guards against malicious repeated transmissions of the packet using sequenced numbers. Core components. Authentication header adds packet authenticity and integrity but does not encrypt the payload. Are these like sources? Oh, that's nice. ESP encapsulating security payload encrypts and optionally authenticates data depending on configuration. Security associations SA and key exchange IKE establishes the set of shared cryptographic parameters like keys and algorithms used to secure communication. IKE, Internet Key Exchange, we talked about that here a couple prompts ago, negotiates these SAs securely. Operating modes, transport mode. Only the payload of the IP packet is encrypted or authenticated. The IP header remains intact, useful for end-to-end host communications. Tunnel mode encrypts and encapsulates the entire original IP packet within a new packet, ideal for site-to-site VPNs. How's it going? One up, Carson. Sorry, I don't know when I turned off the notifications for chat, and that might have been said a long time ago, and I'm just now seeing it, so I apologize. Tunnel mode encrypts and encapsulates the entire original IP packet within a new packet, ideal for site-to-site VPNs or gateway-to-gateway communications. Use cases widely used for securing VPNs, particularly over untrusted networks like the internet. Also used in cloud environments and modern 5G infrastructures to secure network-level communications. So, we're very, very good. We've got one left. Is intermediate systems to intermediate systems. Can I get the same style of question answer and summary for is intermediate system to intermediate system? What does the acronym is stand for? I liked how Copilot was doing it better, where like in terms of, but just to get us through the eyes, this will be good enough. Then hopefully next time, Copilot will be back to its normal self. Did my mouse just die? Oh no, I'm in the wrong screen. Alright, is a link state interior gateway protocol, IGP, which that is not something that we discussed. Used to exchange routing information within a single autonomous system. AS, but that is something that we, wasn't AS? No. Dang, I thought we did. It particularly well suited for large-scale and service provider networks due to its scalability, fast convergence, and extensibility. Key characteristics: link state routing protocol. Is routers flood link state information across the network, allowing each router to build a full topology map and compute optimal paths using whatever that is algorithm, SPF algorithm. IGP for intra-domain routing is operates within an administrative domain, unlike exterior gateway protocols such as BGP. BGP is definitely something that we discussed, the border gateway protocol. Don't remember what it is, but that's what the slides are for. Highly scalable and commonly used by large networks, it's often called the de facto standard for large service providers' network backbones. Two-level hierarchical architecture. Level 1 routers manage routing within an area. Level 2 routers handle inter-area and backbone routing. Some routers operate as level 1, level 2, bridging areas and backbone routing. Flexible TLV-based protocol designs. It's extensible, comes from using type length valued structure and PDUs. Allowing, what's PDUs? I forget. Something I've seen a lot. Oh, okay, gotcha. Power distribution units, duh. Structures with allowing seamless support for the good one, the bad one, and traffic engineer enhancements. Independent of IP layer, unlike OSPF, which encapsulates within IPS, is runs directly over the data link layer, making it protocol agnostic and modular. Use cases. Is favored in environments demanding high performance and rapid convergence, such as large enterprise network service providers, backbones, and complex routing domains. We made it. An hour and a half. Although there was a couple breaks in there. Be back tomorrow morning, probably same time, maybe even earlier, to go through L, M, and N. Working our way through the alphabet. Very, very slowly, but we're getting there. Again, if you like this sort of thing, please consider liking and subscribing. That helps out the channel quite a bit. I'm trying to grow this thing. Share with any friends, families, acquaintances, enemies. Probably more likely enemies. You want them to pay with by giving them my content to watch. And that helps out a ton too. And in the description down below, there's a link if you'd like to leave a little tip. It goes towards growing the channel and things I can use for it. Like, I recently purchased a third monitor, and it could be put towards home lab stuff in the future, because I'm obviously not sponsored or anything, so I don't get stuff for free. It can help offset that sort of a thing. And I think that's it for this one. I'll be back tonight to do more Python. I'm actually going to go take a little break, eat some breakfast, maybe we'll play some disc golf or something, and then I gotta sit down and do the problem sets for the first two modules of the Python course that we're doing on the channel. Hopefully get those done before we jump into that third video. So that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.